How you doing, everyone? This is Mr. Capoletti. For those who don't know me, I teach geometry at the high school. I'm going to walk you through this example. This example asks us to write an equation of a circle with a center of -2, 1, and a point on the circle, 3, -4. So our last examples gave us a center and it gave us a radius, which allowed us to write the equation, but this problem is not giving us the radius. So if we were to start writing the equation, okay, we would use our center to write the first portion of the equation, and it would be x plus 2. Remember, we're taking the opposite, okay, of the center coordinate, plus, and we have y minus 1 squared equals, and typically I would just take the radius and I would square it and I would pop it right in there, but I don't have that. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to graph these 2 points and look at a strategy that we used earlier in the year to calculate the radius. So I'm just going to do a little rough sketch here. -2, 1, that's my center. -2, 1, and then the point on the circle is at 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, 3, 4. So that point on the circle would be right there. So if you can, kind of visualize the circle going around here, okay, but I actually can't count the radius, so I have to find the radius. So what I'm going to do is, when we found length in previous lessons, previously in the year, we found length on a graph, we would make a right triangle out of it. So we need to find this length because that's the radius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a vertical line down and then a horizontal line over, create a right triangle. And I can use Pythagorean theorem to find the radius. So I can count this distance. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just counted that. Okay, it happens to be a 45, 45 right triangle, but we don't really need to know that. We're just going to use Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to do 5 squared plus 5 squared equals r squared. And I'm going to simplify this. I have 25 plus 25. That equals r squared. I get 50 equals r squared. I'm going to square root that, and I get my r to equal root 50. Okay, you could simplify that. I know I have a lot of different ability out there. If you wanted to simplify that, we would get 5 root 2, but it's actually easier in this situation if you leave it like this. Okay, so remember, when we write our equation, I need to take my radius and square it. My radius is root 50. I need to square that. Okay, so I'm actually going to simplify this piece right here. If I take root 50 and I square it, that leaves me with 50. So my ending equation is x plus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 50. Okay, so again, what we did there was I graphed it, I made a right triangle, and I used Pythagorean theorem to calculate the radius, and then I put that in the equation. Okay, so the next example, you're going to have to do exactly what we did right here. All right, you're going to have to calculate the radius and then plug it back in. All right, rewatch this if you have any questions.